What's up, everybody? Welcome to Average Joe Sports for this weekend. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and it's going to be done in smaller sections this particular time. So that way, I'm not taking up 15 minutes of your time in one sitting. You can watch 8 minutes of one, and 7.5 minutes of another segment. So I am going to start out with, and I know I'm really, really late on the train on this one. Talk about the NFL refs. Now, as we all know, they're gone now. They've been gone since Monday Night Football because the referees union came to an agreement with the NFL and Roger Goodell. I don't actually have the terms of the deal, but when I find them, I'll put it up in the little annotations on the screen here later. But they came to a deal, and I think it's something that hopefully will last for another 15, 20 years, so we don't ever have to go through what we had to go through for the first 3 weeks of the season. As we all know, Monday Night Football, something I'm entitling The Catch. Golden Tate goes up and catches the final touchdown pass for the Seahawks to win. Again, it's a 50-50 call. You can see it both ways. I say MD Jennings caught the ball and it was actually interception, but he was still in the air. And Golden Tate, looking at the actual replay, he got his arm underneath there, and they were both fighting while Jennings was still in the air. So technically, if he's not on the ground, it doesn't count as as an actual interception for the Green Bay Packers. But again. The argument can go either way. This whole thing really focuses on the referees. And the referees are off. They were awful. They were definitely awful. But what do you expect from a commissioner in Roger Goodell who doesn't care about his players, his referees, and the fans? Like, what do you expect? You're going to get a piss poor product, and that's exactly what happened. And these referees are thrown into a situation where, one, they're not properly trained. Two, they're coming from all levels, especially from Division II and Division III college football, which apparently they don't have as much to do as the Division I referees do, especially the Pac-12, because we know how awesome they are. And, which I think the Division I referees would have fared better in the NFL as replacement referees than these lower level lingerie football league types that we saw. And it sucks, but it also proves a couple of things. One, like I said before, Roger Goodell does not care about what you, the fan, thinks. He does not care what his players think. He doesn't necessarily care about what the owners think either. And two, no matter what you feel, no, you cannot referee a game better than Ed Hockley. No, you can't. For a number of reasons. But mainly, the game moves a whole lot faster than you think it does. I know we stand around in front of the TV, and I'm just as guilty of this as well. But we can stand around in front of the TV and go, God, you can pay me to make really, really crap calls. And that's true. But at the same time, they're so fine-tuned into the game, like they know a whole lot. They know the ins and outs a whole lot more than we do. We just know what John Gruden tells us on on Monday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's sitting there explaining what the zone blocking scheme is for a power toss. I mean, come on, and it's great and it's amazing and it's entertaining. But again, we are not referees. It's easy to sit around our houses and be armchair referees or armchair quarterbacks. Why? Because we're not out there. Plain and simple. It's an unfortunate situation because these guys being thrown into a very awkward situation where safety, which is something that Roger Goodell and the NFL were supposed to be focusing on, was definitely in jeopardy. Darius Haywood-Bay of Oakland took a really, really nasty hit on Sunday against Pittsburgh. Now, again, classically, those games are a little bit more chippy than normal because you've got two teams that are the, quote unquote, badasses. Pardon my language, but that's the correct word to use in this case. But they're stereotyped as the badasses of the league, so you expect, it to be a little bit chippy, a little bit dirty, But again, Haywood Bay is fine. he went back to practice. He's not going to play this weekend, but he's still fine. But again, we're talking somebody could be one illegal chop block away from ending not just their season, but their entire career. And the defensive players absolutely knew it, and the offensive linemen absolutely knew it, and the receivers knew it. Everybody knew it. I saw a lot of hits that were a little bit shaky and a little shady to be exact. Not the Golden Tate open field hit. I don't care what Jerry Jones says. That hit is clean. His helmet, the side of his helmet was in that guy's chest. If he hit him with the dome of his helmet, it's incidental contact to his chin strap. It happens. We want to know why? Because he got bucked. Plain and simple. There's no. Yes, when you get rocked back, yes, your head's going to snap back, and it's going to come back forward, and you're going to hit the top of somebody's helmet. That's not helmet-to-helmet contact. That's completely incidental and part of what the hit does. Plain and simple. It sucks for you, but too bad, but, it happens. Tate paid like a $50,000 fine, and that is that. But, again, I have a lot more opinions on this, but I don't have stuff written down. This is just me flying off the handle here, but I'm glad the NFL referees are back. The calls are still going to suck. Seattle, you might still get screwed on a couple of calls here and there. And that's just nature of the beast. The Raiders are probably going to get called for more holding calls now than when the replacement refs were there, which is unfortunate because I like the fact that they were kind of the least penalized team through week 3. I kind of thought that was awesome. But I'm going to end it on this note with the replacement referee segment of Average Joe Sports. But for my Seahawks fans that I know personally that have kind of not necessarily, said it out loud, but feel that, Monday Night Football's call of that being a touchdown reception is some semblance of payback for Super Bowl 40. I respond to you like this. Fine. You can have it, and that's okay. But understand this. If I ever hear any of you complain about getting jobbed by the referees again, I'm going to look at you straight in the face or just, say it all caps on Facebook because, we're all faceless on Facebook. That's just the way it is. But I'm going to just say, point blank, Monday Night Football. That's just the way it is. Tom Brady, still fumbled the football, but, it's more of a funny thing now than it was, say the season afterwards. But, we all know what happened. I saw the replay. But, again, if you say this is redemption and you want to call it, and then you want to complain about getting jobbed later by the referees by some wacky twist of fate, I'm just going to say Monday Night Football. Plain and simple. All right, that's it for this segment of Average Joe Sports. I'll be back here in a few minutes talking about the University of Washington Stanford Cardinal game. A quick recap of that. Catch you in a few. Peace out.